Good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to my video. My name is Joku, that's short for Jokanola. Hope everyone's having a magnificent evening, a magnificent afternoon, and a magnificent day, wherever you may be. Remember, always remember, challenge equals growth. So up is the only way to go. Stay blessed and continue elevating, beautiful people. There is only cruelty. Something I've been thinking about today when I was at work. I actually been feeling like this my entire life, but there is no such thing, at least to me, there is no such thing as naive or gullible. The fact that those two terms even exist in the first place, it's blasphemous to me. Because what does it mean to be naive and gullible? To play into oblivion? I refuse to believe that. There is just only cruelty. So I understand, taking accountability for my actions and, going into the world and, being unaware is pretty dangerous. I can understand that. Yes. Yes. But at the same time, if I'm around people that can possibly backstab me or play me in my face or take my kindness for weakness, I don't think that's naive or gullible. That's just them being idiots. Like ridiculous idiots. That's just them being ignorant. That has nothing to do with me being dumb or unaware of any situation at all. Why would you be okay with lying, cheating, stealing towards me? That's what it is. It's you being a terrible person. Not you, excuse me. It's them being a terrible person. It wouldn't be me. It just wouldn't be me, being oblivious. Another thing, man. They have this term for the content that embodies a man becoming a great man. And they call it like red pill content. Like people like Andrew Tate, excuse me, for bringing them up. Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuels. And I did a deep dive. Well, not really necessarily a deep dive. He just came up one day on my YouTube, and it's tragic that he's gone now. But if you go back and watch his early stream, I'm not trying to promote. It's not promotion, whatever. I'm not trying to do all that. But if you go back and watch his early stream, bro, they literally killed him before he even became a leader. He was probably already embodied a leader, but was this blurry? But he, if you watch like short clips of him on the internet and then you was probably like offended by anyway, whether you're a man or female, bro, you have no idea what he was talking about or what he was referring to at all. You will have to literally go watch his live stream and watch it from beginning to end to truly understand what the message was. Bro was never trying to embody being disrespectful to anyone. Now, it's crazy how when a man embody structure, discipline, and intention behind his purpose, I'm talking about freedom within his own universe. I'm talking about refuse to be a robotic in this ridiculous system they got going on. What about Kanye West? The truth is crazy in a world full of lies. Bro was trying to embody manhood and establish what it like to be a real leader, like a real man that take care of his business. Bro was just trying to get everybody, every man at first, and especially every black man to understand The basic principles of your mind, bro, when you growing up as a man in this world. As a man in this world. Because no one cares. Like, no one cares about you. Like, everybody can say that same thing. Oh, I'm struggling too. There's hard times for me too. Everybody got it hard. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually going up in the world and literally trying to achieve what is important to you and not become some hollow soulless robot for a factory. But they hate that. You have your own consciousness. What? You have your own dreams and aspiration. And what? You trying to unify all men and women to be greater people. A well-established village. What? I only need slaves on my property. That's what literally this system tries to teach you every day. But basically what Red Pill content was trying to embody was not even narcissism, because it's basically teaching man discipline over distraction. Reject vices. You know what I'm saying? And really establish the basics, which is no excuses, man. The system was well made, perfectly built to reduce black people to just laborers. I'm not really trying to make this a race thing, but the truth is in the pudding. Every time we, come together, try to build something, of course, someone there is hating, trying to knock it down. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm talking about is, yes, we understand how difficult the world is through our lenses, right? But you have to literally just bulldoze it all, not like a ridiculous meathead. I mean, intelligently, like educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Educate yourself, discipline yourself. Build healthier habits that will establish the successful means you wish to achieve. You understand? No excuses. Yes, like of course there's gonna be hard times, you have to embrace the difficulty, because no one is good when they start. And not only that, the product that we're born are already poisoned. And it's like the system is so heavily filtered, even though women don't even understand how they can sabotage, you understand, the situation. Because I don't think they'll understand like what it's like to grow up without companionship and like without any compassion. Like, I understand, a lot of dangerous things happen to some as well, and they're twice as vulnerable than we are, and they got a lot of complications of their own, such as like women's health. Not to go deep dive on that, but that's also important in its own right. But you see, understand why we don't know that? Why is that so indoctrinated in school? Then it gets to a point, okay, school not supposed to teach us everything. This is something that we're supposed to be taught at home. But the system is poison the home the moment you are born. So it's like you have to first get to a point to be aware of the poison and be like, no, I reject this food. I reject this intake. Let me make my own meal. Let me prep my own thing. And it seemed like everyone around you was shunning you for that. And then I have to now put my feelings aside and be like, no, I will succeed. I believe and I will achieve. And it's funny how so much hate is put into so much hate is poured against red pill content, when when I speak it, when I embody it, you seeing it, you hate it. It sounds very insulting. It sounds repulsive. But you have no problem reaping the benefits of said man, said leader. That doesn't make any sense to me. Do you see the conundrum? I refuse to be used and abused by um any homosexuality, any homosexual, any homosexuality, any distractions from a succubus, any ignorant mind. I refuse to allow it in my presence. Over here we got structure and important things to gain. You know, we have standards, we have a mission. We have, this is an empire I'm building. This is my life. This is my baby I'm growing and I'm raising. I need to protect it. And they do anything to knock their mindset. Like, they try to, label it by many things like man this, masculinity this. And sure, I just need to embody who I am genetically. You know? You would love to have a soldier in your house that's able to make any stressful situation neutralize. Be able to protect and build and heal. You will love that. You will love that. Who wouldn't love that? And these people aren't disrespectful leaders. These are, it's just, it's protection for your security. I'm born as an XY gene. I'm gonna embody that. We have two different lines. We have two different minds. Of course, it's gonna be complicated if we try to bond. And just understanding that. First, like I said from the beginning of my videos, understand, are you more than just a product of your environment? Are you aware of the political and economic state of the world and how it affects you? How it affects your neighborhood, the people around your neighborhood. We are so divided. It's like insane. The fact that I'm living in an apartment complex and I can't casually go to my next door neighbor, and be like, hey man, and just talk to him like a regular human being and try to make a better village. It's like insane. Like, I understand, the dangers of the world, but at the same time, if we don't do something about this, then we're nothing more than robots. Of course, they'll say it's worse. It's like what happened? They're destroying our senses, man. Whatever this system is, because it's getting to the point where now, even if we try to mute, let's say, we get so detached. Okay, of course I'm going to try to look somebody. I know my downtown, try to look for somebody to communicate to. Like, hey, is there other humans? Like, it's getting to a point where people start to feel they're in a desert island. Like, this is the life of power, or this castaway. It's starting to feel like that. Like, dang, man, we all here, but are we actually all here? Cruelty. I would like to say this up front and clear. Like, this is not me crying or complaining by any means. Everything works in my favor to make me better. Everything is working towards making me better. And I understand that, so I appreciate the challenges that allow me to grow. But what I'm saying is, the division we have right now. For example, I'm a guy, so I can only speak from my own standpoint. On a young man's phone, there's a lot of poison. In fact, there's a lot of like hatred from women. That's all we see. We see a half naked woman, and if it's not half naked woman, the next woman we see them speaking on how much they hate guys and how useless they are at any point. And then it's like, or we will objectify them too much. So, yes, understand like the internet is, 90% of it's not real, and most of it, yes, it's just about projection. But mostly a lot of women, I see a lot of guys be on fooling around or either trying to make some type of business commitment on there. But back to main point, the division, and on young man's phone, there's a lot of poison. Acknowledging that first, like the psychological trap most men fall for is the poison of that mentality. So we grow up thinking all I gotta do is these things, and then I'm a good man for a woman. But it's deeper than that. There's much to be learned once a relationship is acquired, a partner is acquired with anybody, whether you into guys or men or whatever. Back to the main point. I don't want to get lost. The division, poison on a young man's phone. Let's say I'm working 100 hours a week. This is like this disgusting game I see that like it makes no sense to me, right? When trying to talk to a girl, because I've already embodied a gentleman. Like I've already done those things a billion times over. Doesn't really get anywhere. It gets you views and views, but if I ever try to pursue a girl, right? Of course I will be attracted to your beauty first, right? That's not to say to objectify you or just only have a sexual interest. No. Obviously, that just comes with the territory, and not every woman you talk to, you should try to hook up with. That who doesn't know that? What I'm saying is, but if I ever try to pursue you in such a manner, it shouldn't be categorized as that I'm just a stupid man who want to fuck. Like that's never been my passion. Of course I would like to get to know who you are. What? Of course I would like to do things for you. Duh. Without being asked at all. But let's not act oblivious. The chasing game is so cringy to me. Let me get to the point. I know they say you must play the game. It's cringy to me. I'm getting to the point. If I work 100 hours a week and I take a day off, right, of free time, and I would like to indulge into something a little different, whether that may be some company, whether that may be want to hook up with somebody, whether that may be want to hang out and have some fun. Why are we acting oblivious towards a mutual interest? And why is it forced to be so transactional? All these standards are blown out of proportion. If I work 100 hours a week and I take a day off to pursue, let's say, a woman, what do you think I'm trying to do? Because it's not like a used thing or objectifying thing. It's, I have to work these 100 hours Then I'll share these 100 hours with you. Time is money, right? Then this time I started to spend more money. Then, okay, let me not have any type of ridiculous interest for you. We about to laugh, talk, giggle, and talk about gossip all day. And then it's like, this is not what I choose to do with my off time. I've already done that throughout the whole week when I was working before. So it's kind of like, bro, I hope someone understand the conundrum I'm trying to explain here, because it's so funny. Like, what do you mean? I work 100 hours a week. I take time off to indulge in a good time with you, and then you trying to make me look ridiculous by having um an interest with your aesthetic, and then it's like the psychological chasing game, man. It's weird. And then they be thinking like guys don't like care. And it's like, care too much, care too much is dangerous, naive and gullible, used and abused. Care too less, you're mean, disrespectful, rude, narcissistic. It's like, it's too many acronyms, bro. Semantics. We need to get rid of all of them. You just people trying to get better every day, man. Cruelty. No matter what, through the most chaos, I will always choose to be the most kind. That's be it for today's video. I think I've yapped and rambled long enough. So if you guys did enjoy the content, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Always remember, challenge equals growth. Stay blessed and continue elevating. I hope you guys really understand what I'm trying to say. If I could drive home the main point of it all is I don't think red pill content is at all bad. I think it's just what it really embodies for a man to be greater. You know what I'm saying? Have purpose and don't sabotage your purpose for any type of distractions, for any type of vice. Continue to get better every day. You know what I'm saying? Don't complain, no excuses. You know, just get better every day. And you'll just be better. You'll have better. And that's all it is to it.